go! Time to take over the world! Ha ha!
Action!
Cheers, and welcome to Chicago Reacts. I'm Lauren. If you have not been here before, we absolutely welcome you in. I am your bartender for today. I am still having my peppermint martini, my peppermint patty martini, vodka, peppermint, vodka, creme de mint, creme de cacao, and a little bit of chocolate bitters, just in case you missed the last rundown of how I made that. I am so glad you are here. We are going to continue into my journey into Overlord. It is episode 2. I am very excited to continue with this. Last time, it's a little unclear. Our main character, his consciousness seems to be trapped in the online role-playing world of Yggdrasil. He is a Lich King guy. I don't know. He's full of bones. The only thing that I'd known about this going in was that someone told me about there's a bone daddy. So I guess that's him. I get it. It's fair. He's got a pretty good voice. He's a little bit annoying when he's in his head, but I think that's the point. I love that he talks in his real life voice in his head and his character voice when he's talking to the other characters. I'm really excited to see what happens with these NPCs. I'm getting excited to get to know them a little bit more. And just to see how much agency they actually have. Do they have and I wonder if it's sort of there's all these books that I read as a kid where it's when the book is closed, the characters of the books still are able to have a life, and or sort of like the toys in Toy Story, it's just because the human is no longer witnessing, is no longer there, doesn't mean that they don't have a rich tapestry of lives. I'm interested to see what this world is like, and how much the NPC characters actually are aware of, and how much they can do, how much of their lives exist, and how much of it is just are we gonna just see unfleshed out ones because they were NPCs, so they weren't supposed to do anything? Because a lot of times an NPC still has a really rich backstory, depends on the player or the dungeon master, the game master, whoever. Sometimes the NPCs are incredibly well fleshed out. So I'm curious to see if there's a mix of that. That'll be fun. If you're interested in continuing this journey with me, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. You could even become a patron. We'd really, really appreciate that. It allows us to continue to create content like this. And you also get some unedited videos. You get full reactions. You get to see some things early. So basically, you just get some fun stuff if you become a patron. So I don't want to talk too much more about this. I'm curious to see where this goes. I want to learn more about this world. And so let us begin. This is episode 2.
She guards the first, second, and third floors of the Great Tomb of Nazarick.
Why does she get 3 and everybody else gets 1? That's what I want to know.
Oh, wow! Fidelity.
Okay. That's fun. So yeah, it is kind of cool that they do have it seems like they have their own little spats. I like that the creator that the fact that the way that they were created, the people who created them left their own mark on them, and that they do seem to have these similar fights. That's cool. I like that a lot, actually. I'm so glad that they're kind of people. And we get to see them act like people. I would still be curious to see if there is there's backstories and stuff that he doesn't know about. That would be interesting to me as well, if it turns out that the NPCs have memories and such, but he doesn't know about them because he hasn't been there for a while.
In my name.
Lord!
See, it's a little bit of an ego stroke and a little bit of a clever, it's a good idea. You need to find out how these people consider you, especially you're oh, okay, well, I can't act totally different than the way they expect me to act, because who knows what's going on. And for me, it'd be well, maybe if they might think I'm an imposter if I do something too out of character. But I think that's interesting that he's well, now that they can talk. Let's see what they think of me. I would still be wondering, it's like, how much of this was programmed? But also, it's just like, it's interesting that they mention like the other creators left, but he stayed around, and that's the reason they like him. Like, as much like that's interesting to me. That's cool. They've given him the loyalty because everyone else left, and they know they left. That's so, you know.
I thought I was going to faint. That was so scary. Seriously, I was sure the pressure would crush us.
To think he would be this amazing.
Then I'd be
You've
happy.
made yourself clear. Excuse me, I must take my leave.
I love him.
That skirt! You filthy parasite!
Oh my.
Supreme beings made me what I...
I would be Uncle
By the way, Mare, is there a particular reason you're wearing female garments?
Actually, this is some...
Another sword I won't be wielding.
Shall I get that?
Yes.
Jokes. He's got the jokes, y'all. He's got the jokes. Granted, I'm not gonna lie to you. Those always, I think about that a lot. I was taking a sword fighting class for a while, and I mean it ended recently. I'll be taking it up again later, but like, oh my gosh, it's just so easy. It's right there. It's such an easy like leap to make. Like talking about, you know, gripping the sword and like, it's just, you know, my brain lives kind of permanently in the gutter. I love the fact that we just like, well, I'm paused. I really like the fact that we have gotten to witness the NPCs talking on their own. I think that's kind of fun. I think it's interesting that they are like, I mean, they're thinking about their future. I like that. I like that a lot. I did know that they kept calling the one twin, you know, the brother, the one in a skirt, you know, I'm the brother of the other one. I had just not really occurred to me to mention that he was wearing a skirt. It just like didn't occur to me. I was like, it's an anime. Like, people wear the clothes that they wear in animes. Like, it didn't occur to me to think about that any more than it did, like, to mention the, like, gothic vampire look. Like, it's, you know. Apparently, it's a weird thing, though. So that's interesting. Again, I like to hear the history, that there's history in, like, that these NPCs have. So apparently that one twin doesn't usually wear a skirt. And it was, like, weird enough that the demon guy decided to comment on it. That's interesting to me. I like hearing about their histories.
Create greater item.
Okay.
My decision is made.
Yes, because this look is discreet. Yes, very discreet, this guy. That's interesting. Okay, though.
Failure.
He just walks. So awkward. So much for an escort. Oh, there he goes. Okay. Hi.
The most enjoyable thing now might be taking over the world.
Who am I kidding? There's no way we'd pull that off.
Why not? Let's go! Time to take over the world! Ha ha! I love that the demon was like, yes, it is. It is time to do that. Ha ha ha! That's fun. Okay, let's take over the world. Let's go. I like that it seems like it is a different world than he's used to, except for his area, but like that he still knows the rules enough of his world that he's able to, of the game, that he's able to, you know, seamlessly transition into this. It's like, I don't know. Like like I said, I've started playing a little bit of D&D. I do still have to ask a lot of questions. I would not be good if suddenly I was in that realm, if magic happened, and I would not do well. I would die immediately. Sort of like in any kind of apocalypse. Oh, they're hiding it, right?
That's Earth Surge. He's using a skill to...
Why are you here? Oh no, did I make a mistake already?
Not at all, Mari.
Aw, poor baby.
The work you're doing is of the utmost importance, and serve Nazarick well.
Does he have more than one of those?
Praise him. If that happened, then nothing would get done. Isn't that right, Lord Mamong?
And yet, yay, they all know it's him anyway. Shocking. Because they all know who each other are, and he's the only one that doesn't fit, so they all know who he is.
Mari, sorry for interrupting you. You may return to your work now.
Oh, sure. I'll get right on it, Lord. Please.
He's way too nice. I don't usually complain when a character is too nice, but I'm like, come on. Like, I would have expected a little bit of power tripping at this point, you know? Just a little bit. It's very, I don't know, it's fascinating. It's an interesting, like, character study that he's, you know, I mean, I guess it says good things about the player character, whose name we do not know. I just keep forgetting, like, the Lord's name, the Overlord. Like, it says good things about the actual person, is what it does. Go away.
Diligently. Demiurge.
Ooh.
Attack the next village tomorrow morning. Then guide the beasts to their cages.
Okay. We getting the villain? Okay, so it's still... Alrighty. So it looks like it is still the same closing credit scene. I had wondered if they'd maybe like prepared a couple of different closing credit scenes, but it seems like no. It's still just Albedo. Lusting after Mr. Bones. Okay, but no, we got some of the things that I was asking for in that. We got some talking between the NPCs themselves. We got to learn a little bit about what they kind of want. I mean, you know what? It is probably my Presbyterian upbringing. I don't trust the Demon Prince right now, especially since he just witnessed, and weren't the demons he controls, like, it was like avarice, wrath, and I don't remember the third one, but like, either way, I'm pretty sure one of them is one of the demons that he controls is a demon that wants the things that other people have. And so like I would be interested to see if that comes in. I hope that he, you know, especially just he witnessed the Lord giving two of the other people these like teleportation rings, and he didn't get one. I'm like, I wonder if that will be a problem. Also, it's interesting that now I hadn't even really considered that other people might have been also in the server at the same time. That's an interesting thought. That would be cool if we could see somebody else that didn't leave and that they would run into them. I do wonder, like, and are all of the people we're about to find and see in this next episode, are they going to be other NPCs from Yggdrasil, or are they going to be from this other, wherever this situation is? Because we don't know if this is like Yggdrasil made real or more because I know that they said the castle wasn't in the same spot, but it's also like, you know, if something is in a virtual world versus a real world, like it's possible that like, yeah, it is actually similar, but it's just on a bigger scale now. I don't know. He's pretty convinced that they're in a different universe or like an alternate dimension. So I would be curious to know if the other people that we're going to see, if they're from Yggdrasil or if they're from this dimension. So well, I will find out in the next episode, I suppose. So please join me there if you want to know as well. I've enjoying this already. This, like, it got me pretty quick. It got me interested pretty quickly. I can see why Daniel thought that I would enjoy this. Because, you know, it is so right. It is right up my alley. Like, dude, it's a person in a role-playing game becomes a part of the role-playing game. It's like, I've been reading that kind of story for years. It's always been fascinating to me. So here I go. We're gonna continue on. I will see you all in the next one. Again, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you can become a patron, we'd really appreciate that. We do rely on our patrons to continue making content and to improve our setups and to just, you know, we rely on you so very much and we appreciate you. And that's going to be it for me for this one. I'm excited to see oh wait, I'm looking at some of these the names and I'm like, I know a lot of them. Megan Shipman plays Mare. I know that name. I know Codicus Brian Massey. I know that name. Jeff Johnson. All right, it's like I know some of these names. That's kind of fun. All right, anyway, distracted by the castmates. And I will see you all in the next one. Cheers. Thanks.